If you're getting into filmmaking in 2026 and feeling overwhelmed by the gear, software trends, this episode is for you. Because the internet will convince you that you need a $6,000 camera just to film your friends drinking coffee. You don't.
Yehagraphy. What? Last name long, but the vision stays. Shoot that moment, don't let it break. Yehagraphy.
James here. Welcome to Yehagraphy. On this channel, I share filmmaking tips, tricks, storytelling lessons from real life experience. What helps you start, what helps you to improve, and what helps you stay in the game. Today we're talking about tools you actually need to get started as a filmmaker in 2026. Not everything, not the entire Amazon cart, just the essentials. Happy New Year, everyone. So let's just get into it. So let's get started with the one everyone is obsessed over, cameras. Here's the truth. Your camera is probably already good enough. In modern day cameras, even entry-level cameras can shoot incredible images, film incredible videos. Historically, some of the most influential films came from working around limitations. And when I talk about limitations, I'm talking about the French New Wave in the 1950s. They used small lightweight cameras to shoot on the streets with no permits. Highly not recommended, and they didn't have big crews. Just good vibes and good intentions. That limitation became a style, so if your camera isn't perfect, well, congrats. You're historically accurate. The camera doesn't define the story, it just records your decision. So, make good decisions. 2. The one matters more than people expect. You can survive on soft focus, you cannot survive on audio that sounds like it was recorded inside of a backpack. When film transitioned from silent movies to the sound in the late 1920s, storytelling changed forever. Dialogue created intimacy, sound created emotion.
You may have seen moving pictures, but you've never heard them speak until tonight.
In 2026, a basic lav mic or shotgun will instantly make your work feel more professional. People might forgive shaky footage, but bad audio, man, they don't. That's an immediate skip. Trust me, I've been there. Editing systems. Editing is where the magic happens, where all videos, films are actually where it gets written. Footage is just the ingredients. And in the early days of filmmaking, editors used to physically cut strips by hand. And I actually did this in St. Cloud State University, SCSU, which means every edit was permanent. There was no Command Z, no I'll fix it later. Suddenly your timeline problems don't feel so serious. Today, editing systems are fast, flexible, but the question still remains, what do you want your audience to feel next? Editing isn't just about effects, it's about timing. And timing is storytelling. That makes the biggest difference between the great storytellers and the good storytellers. So, timing and editing systems. Creative and generative tools. In 2026, AI and the creative tools are part of the ecosystem now. Tools like HeyGen, Artlist, Envato, and other platforms can save you time. They help with assets, they help with structure, repetitive tasks. Think of them like pre-cut vegetables, right? Helpful, right? Efficient, right? But you still have to cook them. So these tools don't replace judgment. They don't understand that nuances, that human emotion. They don't know why story matters. They just help you move faster once you do. So use them wisely, not blindly. And remember, you are the storyteller, not the AI. Next, we have gears and accessories. Now, these are tripods, lights, batteries, stabilizers. Not really exciting, but extremely necessary. Every big shift in filmmaking came from tools that became basically easier to use. So in the 70s, Steadicams was a big thing. It changed how cameras move. Portable LEDs, made small crews feel powerful. Accessories don't make the story better. They just prevent disasters, like your camera dying, like right when something was about to happen. And we've all been there. So these are the small nuances that would actually help in you becoming a filmmaker, because you can't just live with a camera or the audio. You got to get your, I guess, the support system that your camera needs, that your audio needs, that your story needs. So accessories and gears, accessories for your gears are extremely important. So let's zoom out for a second. When you're starting out, it's easy to think the next tool is what is holding you back. A better camera, a better mic, a better setup. But seriously, most of the time, what's missing isn't gear. It's literally direction. Every tool we talked about today exists to do one thing: remove friction between you and the story that you are trying to tell. Remember that, and let that sip in for a moment or two. And that's it. If you don't know the story, the tools just sit there, collects dust. If you do know the story, even simple tools can become powerful. And that always has been true throughout the ages. In the past, filmmakers relied on experience, their instincts, the movies they grew up watching, a lot of Steven Spielberg for me, the shots they remember, the moments that moved them, emotionally. And that still matters. Now we just have a gazillion tools to support that experience and not replace it. Support it. And at the end of the day, the goal is the same: to tell the story clearly, respecting your audience, and stay intentional. If this has brought value to you, please subscribe. It's not about the algorithm, but it definitely helps the channel, and I can create more of this content for you. It's about building a community. Again, my name is James. This is Yehagraphy, and I will see all of you in the next one. Peace.
Everybody wanna glow, but the secret is the story, so I shoot it like a pro. Check the car space, check the focus, check the plan. If you skip the basics, that's a wrap for your brand. Motion make the motion, yeah, the camera gotta move. Yeah, graphic teach you how to